Details from last night's town council meeting on this episode of Barnstable Today. It's Friday, December 19th, 2014. I'm Sarah Mannel. It was a short but productive meeting for Town Council last night. The council reviewed a request from the Department of Public Works to use $69,000 to purchase new equipment for the cemetery division. DPW Director Dan Santos urged the council to support the purchase.
This request is for the transfer of $69,030 from the cemetery special reserve account to the Department of Public Works for the purchase of a number of pieces of equipment, which include primarily a 2014 Kubota utility tractor, a Superline split deck trailer, refurbishing an Imperial lowering device, purchasing some graveside mats and grasses, and some miscellaneous graveside supplies. We have trade-in value on a number of pieces of equipment, including a 1975 tractor, and that brings the total of this request to $69,030. Mass General Law allows for a special reserve count for the sale of cemetery lots, and that's what these funds come from. Currently, there's $143,000 in that account, and we request your approval of this transfer of funds for this purchase of these equipment.
After some discussion about how the fund will be replenished, councilors unanimously voted to support the expenditure. Town Council discussed the acceptance of an $8,000 grant to pay for improvements to the handicap ramp at Loop Beach. Director of Community Services Lynn Poyant says the improvements would bring the ramp up to current safety codes.
Lori Dooley Corey spearheaded a group of friends of Loop Beach to bring the handicap ramp that currently exists at Loop Beach up to code. She met with the Disability Commission, who has committed $2,500 to this project, and created what's called a You Caring page for funding. And they raised $8,200, and that helped them meet their goal for what the work would cost. She's been working with Steve Sunderland from Structures and Grounds, who's done a tremendous job. And in speaking with Councillor Kennedy's sheriff's work crew, one of the work crews will actually be helping to construct this during March and April of this year. Ms. Dooley Corey actually got 33 supporters to go on the funding page. And I did speak with Rich Bowden from the Cotuit Santuit Civic Association, and they are in support of this project.
And councilors unanimously voted to accept the grant. Town Council President Jessica Rapp-Grissetti applauded the Friends of Loop Beach for the gift. Town Council also considered approving a $62,000 grant from the Mass Historical Commission to pay for necessary repairs at the U.S. Custom House in Barnstable Village. DPW Director Dan Santos talked about the project before the vote.
Town architects John Juros and Mark Marinaccio have once again succeeded in applying for and receiving a grant from the Massachusetts Historical Commission. In this case, it's the Preservation Projects Fund, which provides grants to municipalities and nonprofits for sites, landscapes, projects that are on the State Register of Historic Places. They, this year, awarded about $750,000 in grants, and we were awarded $62,000. The work that this will help to fund includes masonry repairs to the U.S. Custom House exterior. We'll be stripping off the old paint, which was put on in the 1980s, and repairing the brickwork, replacing bricks, repairing the mortar. The building's trim is metal, cast iron, and we'll be repairing those decorative elements as well as the front entryway and the large granite steps, which are currently the source of a lot of water going into the basement, causing some damage. This is a match grant is required. The CPC over the last several years, as well as the Town Council, have been very supportive of work at the U.S. Custom House and matching funds are available. In fact, funding for this project has come from the the CIP in the amount of $263,000 and the CPC in the amount of $224,000, added along to this $62,000, which will enable us to complete this project over the next year.
Council also voted unanimously to accept the $62,000 grant. Councilors had a special holiday treat as well last night. The Barnstable High School Chamber Choir attended the meeting and gave a stunning performance. We're going to share a portion of that concert with you now.
A lamp that kept on burning, a miracle they say, but the world has kept on turning. Are there miracles today?
Everyone who lights the candles has a bit of ancient spark.
We are miracles, lighting up the dark. We are lights, lights of memory, remembering times long gone. We are glowing, growing miracles. We are lights. We are lights. We are lights. We are shining on and on. A row of burning candles shines light upon your face, linking you and me and all of us to a far-off holy place.
But the blazing of the candles
Do, 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 do. The snow is snowing, the wind is blowing, but I will weather the storm. What do I care how much it may storm? I've got my love to keep me warm. I can't remember a worse December. Just watch those icicles form. What do I care how icicles form? I've got my love to keep me warm. Off with my overcoat, off with my glove. I need no overcoat, I'm burning with love. My heart's on fire, the flame grows higher, so I will weather the storm. What do I care how much it may storm? I've got my love to keep me. I've got my love to keep me. I've got my love to keep me warm. Do, 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 doodly doodly doo.
And you can view last night's meeting in its entirety online on the town's website by visiting town.barnstable.ma.us. Well, be sure to tune in to our hour-long news program Barnstable This Morning, weekdays at 7 a.m. On Monday's show, we will chat with Town Manager Tom Lynch. We'll talk with Superintendent of Schools Dr. Mary Schakowsky. Plus, we'll have all the news and information you need. For Barnstable Today, I'm Sarah Mannel.